How y'all doing? I figured some shit out today. No, I didn't learn how to play any music. I still can't play the guitar, can't play the drums. I bet you I can play the shit out of some washboard. You like that Zydeco from New Orleans, baby. That's part of what I figured out today. I figured out that we've been missing something, trying to put together all these pod shows and podcasts, whatever you want to call them, vlogs. And I realized that, you know, the process that we've been, oh, here's a bomb, watch out. The process that we've been going through with these podcasts and filming the YouTube shows over the last 5 or 6, 7, I don't know, at least 3 or 4 weeks solid. We've been trying to find our way, find our place, find out who we are. What's the show going to be about? Man, it's hard coming up with ideas. And the greatness in all of it is it's put me on a focused path of, you know, who is Brand Keepers? Like, who am I as it relates to Brand Keepers, and what are we all about? What built this company all these years ago? You know, the foundation of it is still true. It's still there, but obviously we're different. We have bigger accounts. We have more abilities. We have new equipment. We've got different people. We've got printing added to the mix, and sign production, event management, all the above. And when people ask me, you know, what is Brand Keepers and what do you do? Well, I mean, you can't really put a label on it. You can't describe it. You can't, you know, without boring the shit out of somebody. And I guess that's kind of where I'm at right now. You know, we've been filming shows mainly to get comfortable behind camera, to get comfortable behind the lights, or in front of the camera, in front of the lights, in front of microphones. And quite frankly, you know, 3 weeks ago, I was scared as shit. Crazy scared. Like, what are people going to say? What are people going to do? How are they going to react? Are they going to like it? Are they going to hate it? Are they going to say shit? You know what? Man, shout out to Gary Vee for freaking hyping me up, man. No holds barred. I let go. I put myself out there. And even without a professional show put together yet on air, nobody's seen that yet. I just started putting myself out there, and it feels good. Like, it's awesome. It's a good ride. And we're getting more and more comfortable. We're having more fun. But the craziest part about all of it is we're figuring shit out. We're figuring out what we like, what we don't like. Practice makes perfect, man. It's so true. And, you know, we may never be perfect. As a matter of fact, I don't want to be perfect. Perfect is not in my DNA. But I'll tell you what I do want to do is I want to enjoy myself. I want to be inspired. I want to have fun. You know, I want to take care of my family. The families, oops, sorry about that. I'm not controlling anything. My Osmo's supposed to be tracking me, but it's not doing a good job. It's kind of funny, actually. Each time I turn, it kind of does its own thing. But I need to focus on driving, so I'm going to look forward and talk, because that's not safe to look down at the camera. But, man, today I was listening to some rock and roll, and I enjoy it, and I had some metal playing, I had some country going. But towards the end of the day, I put on a Zydeco song, and I was kind of feeling a little New Orleans, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. And the Zydeco, like, hit me. And what I mean by that is the staff was leaving at the end of the day. I went ahead and turned it up because I was getting into my own little world, my zone, so I could get my work done. And I had a smile on my face. Like, the music was playing, I was enjoying it. I at one point I was singing along to words I didn't even know. It just flowed. And you know, I wanted to thump the table, and next thing you know, I couldn't think, and the next thing you know, I'm like, shit, I gotta go get behind the camera and do something, film something, like speak my mind. So the truth is, I recorded like 3, 4, 5, 6 different times trying to think about, you know, what was on my mind, what was in my heart, what I wanted to say. And it all came out, but it didn't flow, it didn't feel right. And I realized again that we're on the right path, but we're off the path. We're on the side of it. And I was having a talk with Matt today in the office, and we were talking about, you know, we have this nice, fantastic list of topics and products and services to talk about, and it's great. I think, you know, that's the closest we've gotten to any kind of structure for this. It's fantastic, and I'm going to talk about all that stuff, but I don't think we're going to talk about it in the form of its actual self, you know, a pen, a widget, a knife, a blade, a pillow, you know, whatever today's hot product is, a fidget spinner. Because truthfully, I don't really give a shit, and I don't think anybody else gives a shit. The products and the signs and the banners and the print that we produce in our shop and that we buy from our suppliers, our fantastic suppliers, that isn't what makes who my company is. It's not. I've got good people. I've got people that care about their families. I got people that care about each other. And I'm not going to lie, the last couple of years have been really tough. And a lot of finding ourselves and where we're going to go, which direction we're going to head, and what are we going to become. You know, that's what we've been focused on and working on. But I think some of it's misunderstood. I think there's times in the office where the staff is like, you know, what are we doing? Where are you going? What's happening? And I get it. I understand. I hear you. You know, we have a mission. We have a vision. We're going to display that everywhere soon. We're going to talk about it. We're going to discuss it. But the core to everything is we want to bring more value to our customers than what they pay for. I personally want to bring more value to my team than what I pay for out of them. I want to give more value to my suppliers and vendors and my finance partners than what they provide to us. I want to do that, you know. I know, you know, garyvee says it very plainly. That's the path that you need to be on, and he's right. And the funny part is I've always been there. I just never voiced it. I'm not necessarily good with that. And what's great about this podcasting and YouTube stuff, it's giving me a voice that, you know, I'm better at talking things out on my own as opposed to sitting with someone face to face and then, you know, they make a comment and then I have a response to the comment. And, you know, that never ends well because we always end up nowhere near where we needed to be in that conversation. So to my customers and prospects and family and especially my employees, you know, help me use this path, accept this path with me, and we're gonna rock some shit out, I promise. So on that note, you know, today I was talking with Matt, and we have this kind of promise with each other that I'm going to put something out every day. Put some type of content that's relative. And we talked for a few minutes, and I told him that I'm not inspired. I'm not inspired by talking about some product in our industry that has a useful purpose. I'm not inspired about talking how a banner is made. I'm not inspired. I mean, I'm an expert in all of that. I have shitloads of knowledge to share with anybody who wants to know, but I'm more interested in the journey and the path that each customer gives us when they have a goal or a project or an event. You know, we'll find the product, we'll find the service, but I'm more interested in the story. I'm more interested in talking with them about what is it that you need in your ROI. What type of journey or experience do you want your end users to have when they get that product from you, or they go attend that event, or what's that need to feel like? How do they need to remember you? And that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the guests that we have coming in. We've got some fantastic musicians lined up. They're going to come in. Some crazy ideas. We're going to write a song on one show. We've got a tattoo artist that's going to come in, and we're going to talk about branding. Like, he's a human brander. He brands people. How crazy is that? It's what we do, and I think it's pretty awesome. I personally don't have any tattoos. Maybe I'm a little bit scared, but who knows? Maybe when all is said and done, I'll get something silly on there. But the other big thing that I learned today is, if you watched my post the other day, I had rock and roll music on. I had some metal, and I was rocking out. And I do that all the time. That's what I do. I like rock and roll music. But I also like Zydeco. I like classical. I like New Orleans blues. I like country music like crazy. But when I heard that Zydeco today, Zydeco and New Orleans blues does something to you. It touches your soul, touches your heart. And it reminded me of, New Orleans. And if you don't know this, I grew up in New Orleans. I call New Orleans home. I grew up in a military family, and we moved everywhere. But my father retired in New Orleans, and there's something about New Orleans that the people, the culture, the lifestyle, the experience, you hear a lot of bad things on the news and murders and all this stuff, but man, truth be told, New Orleans is a special place. I think my wife hates it when I say, when we go to New Orleans, I can't wait to get back to Dallas. Yeah, that's kind of true, but truthfully, it's not. Man, New Orleans is like, when you hear music, I watch people, when you hear Zydeco music, you're walking the French Quarter and tourists are there, and they hear that sound, that music, the trumpet, the trombone, you see a second line band marching down the street. What do? You jump in line, you get in and dance with them, and you sing, and you bop, and you have a great time, and that spirit, that energy is second to none. If you're not from New Orleans, and you've never visited New Orleans and experienced that, I don't know that you're going to get what I'm talking about. But listen, let's see if we got one go. Come on. Tell me you're not smiling right now. Ah, yeah, there it is. Ah, there it is. How's my people in Bunkie, Louisiana? You know who I'm talking about. My West Bankers. What's up, West Bank? How about Metry? My New Orleans East folks. How about my people out in Gentilly? What you talking about, baby? All my North Shore folks out in Covington. Hey, make sure when you guys are in New Orleans, you guys get over to New Orleans Food and Spirits and go see my boy Mark Bergeron. Man, talk about some good Cajun food. Check it out. It's good stuff. But you saw how I got energized right then? You look, here it goes. Yeah. Come on. You got your foot stomping, don't you? I know it. That's what it does to you. Listen. There it is. Ah, yeah. There it is. So good. That's what I want to talk about right now. I've been thinking about what's the show going to be like? What's the series? We've done like 6, 7, 8 different versions of a show. Nobody will ever see it. That was for us. It was for us to get comfortable behind the microphones and in front of the camera and all that good stuff. And, we had a couple episodes where we drank bottles of whiskey and got tore up and acted a fool. We did a PG-13 show. We did a G show. We did a show. We talked about product. And at the end of it, I kind of pushed myself away from the table or wherever we did it. And I was like, all right, cool, that was fun. And it was fun. I'm not going to knock it. It was hilarious. Especially that first one we did with my boy Mike, my comedian friend out of Austin. That was crazy fun. I don't remember half the night. It was ridiculous. But I think that's just it. I want to remember. I want to remember the fun. I want to enjoy it. And when it's done, I want to go, holy shit, that was amazing. Let's do it again. That's what I want to feel. That's what I want people to feel when they watch us. So what we're going to do, we're going to get rid of that backdrop that we have, which is pretty cool. It's nice, but it's too stuffy. It's too proper. We're going to bring in a little bit of New Orleans flavor to the show. We're going to pimp out the set. I'm going to redo it. I don't like it. And we're going to utilize that green screen a little bit more and have some fun. And shit, we might even take a road trip to down on the bayou, right? That'd be fun, right? We'll have that. It'll be really cool. But the point of this whole story and this whole discussion is I'm learning about myself. I'm learning about what's, deep in my heart and my soul and why I originally started this company all these years ago. And it really was to take care of my family, make sure my son had a great life ahead of him, give him a good foundation. The people that work with me, and making sure that they can take care of their families and put their kids on a good path, and they can retire and they can drive nice cars and live in a nice house and feel proud of coming to work every day. I want that. I really want that. I still want that. I've never not wanted that. And if we can accomplish those goals, help our customers accomplish their goals, help our vendors accomplish their goals, and everybody in between, then we're all winners. We're all winners. So if something's been holding you back from doing your own thing, launching your own podcast, your own video, your own product, your own company, your own, maybe you want an advancement in your own company you work for. You're afraid to ask for a promotion. You know what? Get off your ass. Go do it. What's stopping you? What's the worst going to tell you? Is no. What's the worst going to happen if your business fails? It fails. You start over. I've done that already twice. I'm fine. Look, I'm driving a nice truck. I can enjoy trips with my family. We're able to pay the bills at work. We're still floating, revenues flowing, cash is flowing. Things are getting better. We're having fun. I never thought 2 years ago I would have put myself on a freaking online show. That's crazy for me to think that. But it's freaking happening. It's fucking... Oh shit, did I just curse? It's freaking fun. Sorry, guys, man. I drop F-bombs every now and then. You gotta forgive me. But you know what? That's part of being me. I'm not gonna not be me. So if I drop one here and there, suck it up, buttercup. Get over it. But all I got to say, man, laissez le bon temps rouler. And as the folks in New Orleans say, let the good times roll. That's what I'm gonna do. Who dat, baby, New Orleans? All my Dallas people, yeah, I'm a Cowboy fan now. I'm sorry, Saints fans. I still love you, but you know what? It's all right, because the Saints play the Cowboys this year in Jerry World. So if you want to go to the game, hit me up. We'll talk about it. We'll see what we can do. But in the meantime, enjoy some Zydeco. Put yourself out there. Do something crazy and different. Have fun. Peace out. Love y'all. I gotta drive now so I don't kill anybody. There it is. Yeah.